Have you ever arrived in another country and immediately realized I have no internet? Because if you have, baby, welcome to the club. One of my lovely subscribers, shout out to you, recently asked me on a community post, which I hope y'all interacting and engaging with me. Girl, what exactly is an eSIM? Honestly, I felt that was a great question because a lot of people have heard of the term, but have no idea what it actually means. And that's where I come in at. You know I got you. Hey boo, my name is Kira, and on this side of town we talk about all things travel, budget travel to be exact. So if that's something that you find interesting, why don't you consider subscribing? I promise, you gonna get the tea with me. In today's video, I'm going to explain what is an eSIM, how does it work, how to use it when traveling internationally, and whether it's something that you really need. Now, before I even knew anything about an eSIM, child, I relied strictly on the airport Wi-Fi and a prayer, okay? And to be completely honest with you, that don't always work. I learned the hard way. Don't be like me, be like Mike. Girl, my first solo trip was to Cuba. And I don't know if you know this, but regular phone service does not work in most places, but especially in Cuba. Long story short, I remember being dropped off by my driver to the wrong destination. But picture this. I had no internet, which means I couldn't put up a direction. I couldn't pull up a map. I couldn't phone a friend. Couldn't do no type of search for damn bit of information. Now, God did send me an angel that time. He typically does. This lovely lady with our language barrier and all, child, helped me out to get to where the hell I needed to go. But can you imagine how scary that is? That feeling had me wanting to throw the whole damn trip away. Lean in, child, lean in. I had another experience traveling solo to Guatemala. Now, that time around, I arrived to the airport expecting to use the airport's Wi-Fi. And for whatever reason, child, I couldn't gain no access. And again, in that moment, I realized that I should have learned the first damn time. But not only that, just how much we actually depend on having internet when we're traveling. I think this is the perfect time for me to ask you to pull up to the comment section and let me know if you've ever been in these shoes as well or anything similar. Because I know I can't be the only one. I don't make me be the only one. Now let's Cupid shuffle on over to what exactly is an eSIM. Think of an eSIM as a digital SIM card. So, you know, in a lot of our phones, well, truth be told, depending on what iPhone you have. Now, them Android people, them probably still messing around with SIMs. Comment down below. Let me know. Are y'all still using physical SIMs? But I feel like right now, and I have an iPhone. And this particular iPhone does not have a physical SIM. But follow me. A lot of phones do have physical SIMs. You know the little chip, the little tiny bitty itty bitty chip. Yeah. They had them big. And then, you know, as you know, with time, things get smaller. Now they got the little micro mini SIMs. Girl, yeah. Anyway, long story short, instead of swapping out the SIM card that's inside your phone in that little slot, you would just download a data plan directly to your phone. Once you arrive to your destination, your phone connects to a local network and you have internet access. It's as simple as ABC. Hey, easiest 1, 2, 3. No physical SIM card involved. No standing in not a damn line at the airport or overspending for a SIM, no searching for a local phone store, no hoping that the Wi-Fi at the hotel is bought something. With this eSIM, everything is handled with little to no efforts. Now, the company I've been personally using is Holafly. Now, between me and you, child, lean in. You know when they see you gotta lean in. What I actually liked about Holafly is that I was able to set everything up prior to my arrival. That makes it less stressful. So by the time I landed, girl, everything was all ready to go. Recently, I used it on my trip to Ecuador. And if you have not gotten to that vlog, child, I'm gonna link it above. The setup process was surprisingly simple. I'm gonna insert a little video to show you exactly how it works. As you can see, it only takes a few minutes out your day. If you anything like me, you last minute packing, you're trying to get your ducks in a row and all these things shy. Don't ask me why we wait till the last minute. Don't ask me why. But you want one less thing to worry about. And because the steps to setting up this eSIM is so simple, it allows it to not be an extra burden. You catching what I'm throwing at? Okay. Now, one question I've been asked before is, do you still get to use or keep your actual phone number? And to that question, absolutely. See. Another question people like to know is, well, can I phone a friend if need be? Can I actually make a phone call? Can I call Tyrone? And the answer to that, to be honest, is kind of, sort of. Follow me. Most eSIM plans are designed to give you data access while you're traveling, not necessarily traditional phone service like you use when you're at home. So instead of making a regular phone call, I typically use apps like WhatsApp, FaceTime, Facebook Messenger, or other internet-based apps to stay in communication. For example, when I was in Ecuador, when I called home to check in on the family, or they called me or my mom, my grandmother, whatever, we communicated through WhatsApp. And because I had that eSIM with the data plan already in my phone, I was able to send messages, make calls, check direction, use Google Maps, order rides, and do pretty much any and everything most travelers need while on vacay because of Holafly and this whole eSIM data plan that I had. So shout out to them for that. And I mean, I was actually able to do so from any location. I walked on the beach and was able to talk to my mom as I was getting my massage. I was able to reach out to a friend, shout out to Susan, and let her know, hey child, what time are we gonna link up and go out to eat? And I did not have to stay at the hotel in order to do so. I was free at last. Thank God, oh my, we are free at last. That's exactly how I felt, child. Honestly, this is the way that most people who know about the eSIMs, now that you know about it, child, you as well, communicate internationally these days while traveling. Now, I know somebody gonna pull up and say, now, is that even necessary? And to that I say, technically not. If you want to end up like how I was in Cuba, in Guatemala, go ahead. You can try surviving off that weak hotel Wi-Fi. You can try surviving on the airport Wi-Fi. But what happens when you get in that ride and something, God forbid, goes wrong? Who you gonna call? Won't be Ghostbusters, won't be Tyrone, won't be able to phone a friend, won't be nobody if you don't have the data plan to be able to stay in communication with folks, stay locked in. That's what this is about, staying locked in, staying in the know. Yeah, you can survive by asking strangers questions on where to go and what to do. But personally, when I'm solo, I don't want everybody to realize, even though I may stand out, truth be told. But I don't want to just let it be known that I'm solo and I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going. No. When you're solo, you got to blend in as best as possible. After some of the situations that I've experienced, and I feel like you got to walk in those shoes to really get it. You know, some people don't learn until they're there, and then you get some people to learn from people. It's just depending on the type of person you are and how you learn. But personally, for a peace of mind, I prefer to have this. I believe that as a solo traveler, this should be at the top of your list. It's just a peace of mind, an added peace of mind. And for that, it's worth it. To me. So if you've been hearing people talk about eSIMs and was wondering what the hell, what's the big deal? That's really all it is. A peace of mind. It's simply a convenient way to stay connected with everybody back at home. If you like to try this same services I use with Holafly, because you don't want to fuck around and find out, I will leave my Holafly link down below. And girl, lean in. If you use my code traveltingz, you get your little something off too. You welcome, girl. I come with gifts and all. And who don't want to save on a purchase? Come on down to the comment section and testify if you've ever used the eSIM before. And let the people them know how it saved your life. I would love to hear your experience. Talk to me, I'll talk back. Oh yeah, and if you want to see how I used it on my Ecuador trip, child, go ahead and pull up to the vlog next. More for you to get into. Now let me call you back.